Hey there, Scorpio tribe. Hope you guys are doing well. This is Darlene, and I am here to do a reading today. But it's going to be something I've never done on camera. And so I don't know how this is going to turn out. I may publish it, I may not. We'll just see how it goes. I am asking for messages for Scorpio from your ancestors. And I feel like I should have had some water put aside, but I don't have any. Okay. So excuse me if I cough. So I'm going to get a little more quiet while I try to tune in and open up my energy to hear messages from your ancestors. What do they want to say to Scorpios? And of course there's a broad spectrum of energy, but I'm asking for them to give me messages that are for the majority of you who will be watching. And they know who that will be. I don't, but they do. So hopefully this will bring someone out there some comfort or love and light. So let's see what comes. Let's just see. That feels ready. All right. And I'm also hearing this one. Okay. So bear with me 1 minute while I get quiet. By the way, I was shuffling these decks and I sat down thinking I was going to do just a regular Scorpio or your person reading. And I actually had a dream about doing this last night and woke up with it on my mind, but that wasn't my intention. And I wasn't really sure who or what I was going to do. And when I sat here initially just shuffling the cards from 2 different decks, I had the Death card fly out, which is I consider to be the main Scorpio card, because it's about transformation, and that's certainly what we're all about. So I said, okay, I get it. Between the dream and the Scorpio card flying out, it just said, okay, we'll just give this a whirl. And this deck is really being interesting. I can put that into words, but it's like choppy energy. So I've got 2 different, what I may do is get 2 different stories here. That's feeling right. Okay, that one's ready. All right. Let's see, Scorpio. So let's say this will be group number 1, and this will be group number 2, and if need be, I will clarify with this deck over here. So let's see what your ancestors want to say. I'm going to start with, okay, so already to me, this is a male figure coming through for whoever's going to hear this. Remember, it's not going to be for everybody. This is a general message, but probably specific to some 1 or 2 or 10 people out there. I don't know. All right, I'm going to keep pulling cards here. Let's move these up a little and see what we have. Okay. So for those of you who have a male, this would be someone who is crossed over. I'm feeling this would not go further back than your grandfather. Could be your father, could be an older male, like an older brother. Could be an uncle, but that's not what I'm feeling. I'm feeling this is someone's father or grandfather, who could have been in the justice system or a legal system, either as an attorney, even a police officer of some sort, something like that, or had a career that involved balances of some sort, if that makes sense, or the judicial system or the legal system, because I felt like his well, wait 1 second, let me some different messages coming through. Let me see if I can get my brain in sync with my tongue. Yeah, it also, all right, and I'm getting a different energy coming through now. So I've got 2 energies here. One also, I'm seeing either worked in a bar or owned a bar, or that some kind of environment where there was a lot of celebrating, a lot of drinking, and they had to kind of keep the peace. So they could have been a bartender, they could have even really been like a bouncer, something like that, where they had to keep the peace, and they had to be the grounded one. They had to be the one that kept the peace, so to speak. All right, and now, yeah, and I felt like that this second person, this second spirit here is saying, well, it wasn't just there, it was also at home. It's like the whole family looked to this person for keeping the peace. They were like the rock in the family. Even cousins, you know, not just your immediate family, cousins would come to him when this is just a very solid, loving person, but he also didn't, you know, he wasn't mushy, not like that. He didn't take no crap, didn't give no crap, as they say. Let's see, and let me just get a few more cards. Let's see what comes out here. I tell you what I'm going to do, what I'm feeling drawn to do. Let me do some bridging energy here from this deck. Just a second, y'all bear with me, please. This is evolving as we speak. Thank you. All right. So there were people who were actually afraid of either of these two gents that I'm getting here. They kind of, that wasn't really who they were. In other words, they weren't somebody that you would be afraid of if you knew him, but that because of either their position or their, you know, their jobs, their career, I think it had more to do with that. But people respected their authority, and they knew that, you know, I won't say they ruled with an iron fist. That doesn't feel like that. But they were the authority. That's just the message that keeps coming up. And that is also in the family dynamics as well. They kept the peace. Both of these men, whatever they did, they were people who kept the peace. Yeah, and oftentimes I just keep feeling this like court environment or lawyer environment where there was a lot of communication back and forth between people, and they always had to keep the peace. Or maybe that was, again, a police officer, that kind of person. And I'm hearing shuffle again, please. Thank you. Yeah, and the Judgment card. Yeah, they were a lot about keeping balance, not just in their jobs, but their families. And they did it with pride. That's the thing I'm feeling. They did this with pride. They knew it was their sort of, not just a family responsibility, but a gift, because they had the skills to do it. And they knew that. They knew that was sort of their role in life, and they accepted it. They never questioned it. Maybe their father was like that, I don't know, but it's just something that they just stepped into, I think, at a reasonably early age. Now, all right, so we've established that we've got these two personalities, and what I want to ask is, what messages do they want to bring to you? So, okay, well, that's just a lead in so that you know this message is for you. If you had someone in your family who has crossed over, you know that they are the ones speaking. So what message is it they would like to give my Scorpios? Okay, thank you. All right, so this is them over here, and this is what they want to say to you over here. Thank you, Spirit. Give me the messages they want to give from my Scorpios. So somebody, they're saying, oops, goodness gracious, that just flew out. I don't know if y'all saw that or not. Okay, all right. So this first row of messages, they're seeing that somebody in their family, that one of you Scorpios out there is, I'm feeling depression. I'm just feeling really down and depressed. And something has happened that has just knocked you off, you pull the rug out from under you, if you will, and that's why they're here today. They're here to encourage you. They're here to tell you to remember, you know, even when you can't see the sun, it's always there for you, shining. Not only that, they're telling me to tell you there's some younger people in your family, children. Look to the children to make you happy. If you can't find your own happiness, look to the children, because they're always finding some way to be happy and giggling, and maybe that's therapy for you. Listen to children. Go to a playground, and if you don't have any of your own children, and just listen to children's laughter. And don't hang out in a creepy way, of course. Whatever's happened to you was about a lot of lies and untruths, and you feel very betrayed. You feel let down, betrayed, and I'm feeling a sense of abandonment with this as well. And they just want you to know they see that, they know what's going on in your life. They're supporting you from the other side. Hang on one second. Let's see if I can get anything more specific for you. Yeah, there it is. They see that your heart was broken. I mean, that could be most likely in a relationship where somebody messed around, and put somebody out in the cold here, right? They're just, again, giving me this story so that you will know this is for you. So you're dealing with a broken heart right now, but they with something to do with family or loved ones, and this is how you're feeling. I knew that I could feel this abandonment and out in the cold energy when I pulled the Ace. So that's how you're feeling, and they want you to know that they see that they're there beside you, whether you realize it or not. Let's see what else, and hoping that you will take comfort in that. I'm hearing this man, this first personality up here, who feels more like a judge or an attorney or something like that to me. He's saying, well, that wouldn't have happened on my watch. I'd have kicked their butt. That's what he's saying. All right, Spirit, thank you. Yeah, there was a tower moment for you guys, but I'm feeling, this was a bad tower moment, a broken heart moment. I mean, these three cards line up to say that very clearly. There was somebody broke your heart. You had to walk away from something. I feel like that's my feeling, but maybe not. Maybe they walked away from you, causing this tower moment. But I'm seeing this tower as a double two-edged sword. Yeah, it was a tower moment. It hurt like hell, but it's going to turn out good. It's going to turn out being a blessing. You know that saying, rejection is protection? That's what I'm feeling from this tower. And they are affirming that. They're saying, hell yes. Yeah, more. So they see that you're having sleepless nights, a lot of anguish, heartache, you know, literally having trouble sleeping at night. They see that. And this is also telling me, but they're watching you while you sleep. Again, not in a creepy way. They just want you to know that they see that this is going on, and they're there comforting you, even though you don't realize it. And what I'm hearing is, and they also want you to know, they want you to, I'm trying to put this in words, to reach to them when you're having trouble sleeping at night. And you know, that's often the darkest hour for a lot of us, is when the sun is down and it's dark and we're alone. Is that remember that they are there. Reach out in your mind and your heart to them, because they will comfort you if you do that. And it's something as simple as just closing your eyes and saying their name and saying, I could really use your comfort right now. Taking a few deep breaths, you will feel like this warm, like you're stepping into a warm shower, this warm, comforting energy wash over you. Excuse me. And that's your affirmation that they are there and they are helping and they are looking out for you and they are watching over you. 1 second, my watch was dinging at me. What else do you want to tell my Scorpios, please, Spirit? What are these ancestors? What message for them? Thank you. Yeah, you had to walk away from something, and the energy I'm getting off of this is nothing but thank God. I mean, that's literally what they're saying to me. Thank God what took you so long, that needed to happen. You knew it needed to happen, and I'm not scolding you, Scorpio. Good Lord, I've been through my own thing. This reading's for me too, because I'm a Scorpio. But that's the energy I'm getting from this is, don't be sad about this. It's the best thing you could have done. You did it for you don't see that now, but you did it for your own good. It really will be that in the end, yes. Because whatever you were dealing with was a betrayal, and I know you felt defeated. This is them talking. I know you felt defeated. I know you felt that nobody loved you, and I'm also hearing that you thought you were invisible. Nobody saw the pain that you went through. Maybe you kept this to yourself. And maybe you just kind of suffered in silence, but they saw you. They knew. They know and knew. So I'm getting a couple of different messages here. This is telling me, or they are telling me, they recognize that you feel that someone up here did not accept your cup of love, and this feels like a romantic relationship, but it could also be family. It could even really be a job, but you apply it to your circumstances here. And again, they're saying, and let me finish. So getting ahead of myself. They know that. I'm waiting for this thought to clarify, their message to get clear in my head. They know you felt like it was a missed opportunity, that they, whoever this was, that whatever you went through here was hurtful, and all that pain. But what they're telling you is this is two messages here. So one is, again, it will be to your benefit, because even though this is how you felt, like somebody offered you offered somebody your cup and they turned you away. But the reality is, this could also be you sitting here, and look at all these cups that are in front of you. You turn them away because you've got all this coming your way. You have more than you know coming toward you. So there's always, two edges to these swords. If you'll notice, not one of them is a one-edged sword here. So because you walked away, or they walked, to whatever caused this Tower Moment, now you need to focus on what's good and what's in front of you, and to be sure that you're focusing on your cup being half full and not half empty. You have persevered through this. You are the wounded warrior. They see how hard this has been. But they also know you have stuck through this. You have hung in there to the bitter end, and they're just patting you on the back for that. They're saying, we see how hard you've struggled. Now, I'm going to read this differently. Some of these cards, y'all, don't depend on the traditional messages, because I'm getting messages from your ancestors here, not just the cards. And I have to blend those two to interpret. Yeah, okay. So, because you walked away from something, even though you cannot see to that distant shore to know what's coming next for you, they do. Don't give up hope. They're saying, don't give up hope. You have no idea what you're going to be, so busy juggling all the good things that are coming towards you that you're not going to know. You're just not even going to believe that you were ever worried about this. In time, it will take time, But there is hope here. You know, don't forget those. We might wish upon one star that doesn't come to pass, but that doesn't mean there aren't a billion others in the sky. There were things that needed to come to light that came out. This is secrets being revealed, and that's exactly what needed to happen, Scorpio. And of course, that tells me we're right on target, because there's your card again at the bottom of the deck, which puts a cap on the reading to me. That says, yes, because of all of this that you've been through, you're going to transform. That there was an ending here, this Tower, but that's going to propel you into a beautiful transformation, which is exactly what you needed to have. And you will celebrate. There will be great celebration, maybe not right away, but there will be balance that will be restored in your life because of all this that you went through. You will experience balance. Oh, and guess what, folks? There might be a little love coming back in. There might just be some love coming back in here. We know that your cup of love was not accepted, or you feel rejected in whatever way. And you kind of feel like, you know, things are just not working for you. But what has been taken from you will come back tenfold. You will have a solid foundation again. You will, you know, these things will be restored to you. That's what transformation is about. That is exactly what transformation will do. All of this needed to break down. All of this needed to die, to be reborn in a better way that is more aligned with you and your higher self, Scorpio. I'm going to ask if there's any last messages, anything else that you'd like to say, ancestors, to my Scorpios. Anything else, please, you'd like to say to my Scorpios. Thank you. Let's see. Well, here he is again. That same card came back, the Knight of Pentacles. So things feel like they're at a standstill now. This is what they're saying to you. They feel like they're at a standstill now. But he has the Pentacle. He's coming toward, this is coming toward you. The energy of the Pentacle, you know, the stable new beginning, the offer that's coming to you, whether it's money, or which it could be. So if you're struggling with money, that could be. But what I'm hearing around this is this transformation, this ending and transformation is now, slow as it is, starting, because this is a very slow energy, is starting now to move in the positive direction for you. Yeah, because you walked away, that's that same card again, the Eight of Cups, because you walked away. Yeah, and the Star is in reverse. It's just telling us it's going to take a little time, but don't give up hope. We're just getting the same message again. Don't give up hope. And there will be a rebalancing. You are being reborn. And things are starting to move now in the right direction. And you just need to take this time and know that the time that's right now where things are just kind of feel like they're sitting still is time for you to heal. Take advantage of this time. Take a time out, meditate, do what you need to do to balance your energy and take care of you. And you will heal from this. And I'm going to ask if there's anything else. Any other messages from your ancestors here? One of them is drawing me to, I don't know if somebody in this, listening to this, has a horse, or their ancestor had a horse, or liked horses. I'm being drawn to the horse here, and the horse is shaking its head yes. So I don't know who that message is for, but if it is, leave something in the comments so that I know that that was an accurate message for you. But either you, your family, or your ancestor, I believe it was, has a love for horses, or had a horse, or maybe even left their horse to you when they crossed over. But something to do with horses. They're just bringing that to my attention. Okay, I think that's it, folks. I feel them pulling their energy back. So I hope this was very helpful for you, for somebody out there, even if it's just one person. I hope you connected with this and that you are comforted knowing they are beside you, they're watching you, they're, you know, they've got their angel wings around you. And don't forget to call on them, call their name. You don't have to do it out loud, and ask them to comfort you when you're feeling those moments where you'd love to feel them next to you. They really are next to you. Believe that. I do believe that. Okay, Scorpios, I hope this was helpful again for somebody out there. If it was, please leave me a comment or hit that like button. I would be very grateful. Thank you all, and take care. I appreciate you being here so very much. Thank you.